What's good, YouTube? Today's day 6 of posting every single trade I take, and let's hop right in. The verse of the day is Psalms 118, verse 24. It says, "This is the day which the Lord hath made. We will rejoice and be glad in it." Super easy, super short. Just basically saying that be grateful for the day, regardless of what happens. And yeah, with that said, regardless of what happens today on the charts, I'm going to be grateful for it. Just opened up the charts, and boy oh boy is the market dumping today. Um, Yesterday we ended up taking out these several draws from a couple days ago, and yeah, I mean it's just kind of going dumpity dump right now. So if I could, I love seeing this. Like if we can break these lows, yep, we just did, and then just sit here and be patient and wait for a almost 200-point retrace if possible, then that would be amazing. And or if we could tap equilibrium and then be able to redraw our anchor points, that would be great as well. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of these draws just so that I can have a little bit cleaner of a setup going on here. Same with up here. No need to really have them anymore. They already got played out. But yeah, we shall see what happens here. Overall, definitely still bearish. Yeah, I'd say I'm definitely still majority bearish on the day because, I mean, we could even continue on a little bit more. And we're still not even at like 50% of this fair value gap here. Yeah, I would say I'd like on the 5 minute to hit an OTE retracement. So basically, draw it out from this high right here, and then wherever this ends up going, great. Like, because I mean we haven't tapped equilibrium yet, so that means I'm gonna continue to draw it down and wait patiently for the market to come back up and get an entry going. Ended up getting paid out yesterday. Yeah, let me show that. I forgot. I said I was gonna show my payout from yesterday. As you can see, the account balance is split in half. So boom, we've got it right up here. So yeah, as you can see, it's really quick to get through all of these steps, and then it just has to wait for, I don't know, whatever this is. Like, you've got to wait for these two things. Once this gets passed, this is pretty much immediate. Yeah, as you can see on a previous payout I had, it took about a day, and then once that was approved, this one, it got sent within 1 minute, within a couple seconds each. But yeah, I'm definitely not going to sit here and try to force a trade. So we shall see what kind of the market's got in store today. Because, I mean, it could totally come back up, draw it off of this, but we shall see. I honestly might prefer if we play that one just because I can have slightly less risk going on here. Like if we did come back up and play this range, I'd be fine with taking this. Just because, I mean, this range already is big. Yeah, and I mean, this one's even bigger just because this whole leg down is just absolutely huge. So, I mean, you know how the market is when it likes to rip down. So I'm going to go ahead and just place my limits. Same story over here. Just going to go ahead and draw this out and place my limits in case it does want to kind of rally up. It is nice to place your limits so that whenever the market does get a little bit closer to your entry, it's not like you're scrambling, like, oh, should I take this, should I not? Like, kind of decide that before, even whenever we're still 100 points away. It's good to decide that because I mean, you never know. It could just, like yesterday, it freaking wicked in, and then we were rolling the whole time. But yeah, I'm gonna let this sit, use the bathroom, kind of just chill, listen to some music, then we'll be good. Guys, one thing I did want to say, just sitting here while I wait for this to either come retrace up and get me or move on without me, is whenever you're trading, you should listen to music that doesn't really like charge your emotions in the bad way. Like for a long time, I would listen to rap or whatever, just like any random music during my trading session. And then you kind of hear some of those things and don't even realize that it's causing you pretty much to crash out. So I'd say be careful with what you actually listen to during your trading sessions. Of course, I love worship music. I also love to listen to like instrumental type things, or just almost, it's not quite TikTok edits, but just like good sounds that aren't necessarily going to put you in the wrong headspace that leads to you revenge trading or over leveraging. Like that was something that I fixed pretty easy. I just stopped listening to songs and everything else that made me like feel like trading like a degenerate almost. So it's a small tip. And guys, when I tell you that this is one of the most important parts of trading, is sitting here and absolutely nothing's happening, and that's fine. Like I could be like, oh, the market's not going to come back up to my entry. But what good is that going to do other than make me want to hop into trade that is not an optimal entry? Because my whole strategy is based on having stops of 10 to 40 points pretty much maximum. So why would I switch that up and change my rules whenever I've seen it's been working just to potentially not miss out on a trade? It just doesn't make sense. So whenever you sit down and you start thinking logically when you're trading, you'll realize there's so many small mistakes that you can just fix by just having a little bit more discipline and realizing that you don't need to chase trades at all, and how important a no trade day is. But also you'll realize a lot of times whenever you set stuff out and you just like wait for the market to do its thing, a lot of times it ends up playing in your favor. And there's been so many days where it's like, if this doesn't play out, I'll be like, if this doesn't play out, it's fine. Like if it doesn't retrace all the way back up to my entry, it's fine because it is kind of far away. And then what happens is it ends up retracing, even if it takes a little while. And even if it doesn't, I'm sitting here sticking to my rules, recording it every day, making sure that I'm getting better, as well as leading by an example of what it looks like to actually not break your rules and just stay true to your own trading plan, regardless of what that is. Bro, this is literally this simple. It's so simple. This trading plan is so simple. It's legit just the OTE levels and discretion. Like, there's times where I'm like, oh, I don't think that I'll play this. Like today, I'd say I'm like 80% certain I'd like to play this, just because this whole leg down is so huge that if I did play the levels from all the way up here down to here, then that's a giant retracement, and one, it's going to take a long time, and two, my risk is going to be a lot bigger just to even cover these bases right here. So I'd rather come down to the next one, next high, draw it off of that, and then wait for it to come back up. And yeah, so now it's literally, I just sit here. It's really not that hard to just sit at your desk and watch the charts and analyze it and not feel emotions. Like, the more you talk yourself through it, of course you're going to feel emotions when you're just sitting there. And this is something that I really struggled with. Of course you're going to feel emotions when you're sitting there and the only thing that's going on is thoughts in your head. Because whenever you just have thoughts in your head, you're fighting against yourself, you're fighting against the charts. Like the whole time you're convincing yourself one thing, you're convincing yourself something else. But when you sit down and actually start to like speak it out or write it down, you'll realize that there's so much emotion, so many supercharged emotions that you get from this that you can just completely avoid if you'll just talk yourself through these without sitting here just zoned in, thinking in your head the whole time. If you'll just sit here and really speak about what you're seeing and why you're entering, then all those nonsense trades that get you further and further away from your goals basically vanish. Because, I mean, who wants to be here and be like, oh, I'm taking this for example A and it's something stupid? No one wants to sit here and admit that, oh, I'm taking this dumb trade out loud. Like, they don't want to say that. They don't want to write that down. Or I'm tilting, I'm crashing out, I'm over leveraging, I'm revenge trading. You don't want to say that out loud. It's so much easier to do that in your head and not really worry about it. So it's super important for you to just start writing it down. And I've said this so many times. If you allow trading to define whether or not you win or lose the day, then you need to basically reevaluate your relationship with trading. Because especially when you're in the prop firms, I mean, I get it whenever you're live trading and it's like your livelihood completely. But whenever you're trading on prop firms and you have a specific set window that you trade and you don't get a trade, that is absolutely amazing. And don't sit there after your trading window looking for more trades when you should just leave, because that's doing absolutely no good for you. All that's doing is getting you further away from your goals and setting up habits and breaks in your discipline that will only come back to bite you. Because one of the great things about trading is you have this as a tool to pursue other passion projects that you have going on. So like once my 10:30 window hits and if I haven't found a trade, then I'm done, and then I'm moving on to conquering the rest of the day with the gym, with photography, videography, all those things. Whenever you freaking just allow yourself to disassociate, you'll be so golden, because then you can actually, regardless of your outcome with your trading day, you can go and conquer the rest of your day and actually win the day and win the week. And that's what it's all about. It's not about having winning trading days. It's about having winning days. So keep that in mind. Every time you're on the chart, you want to tilt and you want to crash out. Just remember that there's always going to be another trading day. And yeah, it's big facts. I ended up kind of moving my entry. Um, I would rather, I kind of zoomed out to not a much higher time frame, but not the 1 minute. And like from here to here, I drew it out and I was like, okay, I'd rather just maybe take 2 small trades today and just have my stops like this, because I don't feel like we're gonna just retrace all the way up here. And if we did, I would honestly rather catch longs than shorts. But because I mean, we technically did like tap equilibrium there. So I'll just go ahead and bring that down. Then I think you got it like right here, 512. Oh, I've got 505 on this one. This kind of just allows me a slightly bigger, like, not bigger stop, a slightly smaller stop, but still able to absorb more of the range itself. Yeah, ideally we don't like play to the downside right here because, I mean, we just tapped equilibrium, so I would, by textbook, be moving my top anchor down to this high, but I really don't feel like doing that. So I'm feeling like if this doesn't get hit, I might just say it's no trade day. Because, I mean, we've sold off a lot, so I'm not too sure if we'll want to rebalance all the way up to here. We shall see, but I'm happy with attempting to take this one and then putting pretty much TP just like 100 points down here. And yeah, super quick and easy, or whatever, however much I actually even need, if it's like to pass the eval. So we'll see. Also, sorry that I feel like my voice is kind of shaky. It is so freaking cold in my room. It's legit like, I don't know, probably 65, but let's see, we might get entered here. If we do, I got my journal ready. All right, that got
Order filled.
Okay. All right, so we got our stuff placed. Now we let it cook. I'm not gonna lie, I really gotta use the bathroom. This looks like it might just rip and kind of stop us out kind of quick. So it's all good regardless, but I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be back. Bro, did it actually just wait for me to come back here to do this to me?
Order filled.
It did, bro. That's evil. Legit, I went to the bathroom. I was gone probably 3 minutes, and then it waited for me to come back. Oh, that's unfortunate. It's all good. Unfortunately, seems like I should have placed my stop at the high itself, but I don't really like making my stop that large. Let's see. I'm pretty much done for the day unless we do decide to retrace, and I'll give it another 30 minutes. Unless we do like retrace back up to here. That would be the only other entry I would be willing to take, but even then I'm like, we just tap equilibrium. See, like, I'm pretty happy with where my stuff was set because, I mean, look, there's literally, came up, equilibrium's right here, still within my stop. It's just, I guess I should have, how many points would that have been? 40 points. Yeah, but I don't like, I'm happy with how I did it. I don't like to have huge stops. I'd rather just trust this, and then if it doesn't really work, that's fine. Even if it's like, I typically like to place my entry at the 0.705, and then I'll place my stop at just something correlated, like today I did it at the top of this wick right here. Yeah, and I mean, we'll probably see right here, it'll show I saved myself a couple bucks by doing that, because once it's gotten past a certain threshold, it typically likes to just go ahead and take out everything. So it's all good. We'll kind of size down and play just the OTE itself on this one. So I'll have my stop at the 0.78. I mean, actually, I'll put it at the body here, but if it does decide to come up to this, we'll have it at, I'll just have 2. And then the same story on this one. Just go ahead and just bring this up. I realistically should have just waited for this one. I just convinced myself that we weren't going to come back up to it. So that's on me. I'm going to just size up on the top steps. It's not really an issue on these.
Order filled.
This is definitely my last trade, regardless of the outcome. Last trade of the day. One thing that sucks about doing this kind of trading is there's a lot of times where you wait around forever and ever and ever, and then you'll wait for your area to get hit, and then it gets hit, and then you're stopped out within a few minutes, but it's really not a big deal. And I would say stick to one trade a day in most cases, but with OTE, there's times where it's like you can convince yourself, oh, I'm gonna base it off of the lower time frame, and then you could have just been slightly more patient and waited. So it's looking like we're getting stopped here.
Order filled.
Yep. It's all good. Ended up going 0 for 2 today, but it's all just part of the game. So, yeah. Like I was saying earlier, you can't let the outcome of the charts affect whether or not you win the day or not. So, best thing to do is just brush this off and then get right back at it. It just happens. I mean, today ended up trying this one first, took a L. Then we also tried the second one, took a L as well. Can't complain. It was another day to potentially get better. And yeah, I'm grateful for it. That's what you got to be. You just got to be grateful for the opportunity, the chance to get better. And today just wasn't my day. I didn't win, but I'm still going to win the day off the charts, and that's what's really important. So I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Hopefully we have a winning day. If not, like I've said, it's fine. But yeah, I'll catch y'all tomorrow.